Alright, shalawam. First off, I want to say all praises to Yahawah, bahasham Yahawashi, bahasham Quadash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of GMS, and on to the elect, doing the work in sincerity and in truth. Shalawam. GMS precepts here, Nazar Khad. And real quick, I was going over this article here. I have a video here. I don't know if I can show it. Um, going over the amount of money that how much aid has gone over to Ukraine. But I was reading this article. That's what sparked it. This is from NPR. You can't see the words are cut off. This is from NPR.org, right? Is it .org? It says the White House is asking for almost 106 billion for Israel, Ukraine, and the border. This is dated a few days ago, October 20th. And they just keep, they keep flooding all this money, billion, not million, billion, into Israel, Ukraine, and the border, right? So let's see how much is going to, and this is on top of the money that was already given to Ukraine, right? So as they're asking, out of that on 106 billion, 60 billion is going to go to Ukraine, right? It says Biden has pledged to back Ukraine as long as it takes in its fight against Russia, now in its which is a proxy war, by the way, now in its 20th month with no end in sight. Congress approved more than 112 billion in aid for Ukraine in 2022, but the White House has said that money has almost run out. Holy shit. Sheesh. Yeah, so that's a lot. That's almost 200 billion, man. That's 100 and what 75 billion. That's a lot of money, right? Yeah. It says earlier this fall, Biden asked for 24 to get Ukraine through December, with most of the money going to military aid. The new request is designed to last through September 2024. It includes weapons, equipment, support for U.S. troops in Europe, and economic support for U.S. So that's more money they're asking for Ukraine. Then the situation going on over there with the small hats. Tel Aviv, Biden promised an unprecedented package of aid to support Israel after Hamas. Blah blah blah. The request includes funding for air missile defense and blah blah blah. And then the rest go to humanitarian aid, countering China's money that they're gonna give, and then border security, because they're admitting this border shit is a situation, right? But like I said, so I was watching this video, and it was going into the money that they could have used to resolve situations here in America. I don't know if I can play the video. It is Instagram. But they went over homelessness, right? They said, which I fact checked it. They said 20 billion would resolve homelessness, right? This is from globalliving.com. I'll leave the description I'll leave the article in the description. It says, how much would it cost to end homelessness? According to Department of Housing and Urban Development, it will cost 20 billion, which is what the video said. 20 billion to end homelessness in the United States. And then it goes into what they spend. Americans spend 19 billion a year on appliances that are unplugged. 35 billion in gym memberships. U.S. government spend around 718 billion on its military in 2019, which we know in 2023 that shit has skyrocketed. It's way past this. But yeah, so basically it's saying they waste a lot of money. What's 20 billion, right? My point is, and the video went into other shit. My point is, they don't want to resolve any situation here. They wanna, America has not changed, and they're still, or Esau has not changed. They're still the bloodthirsty, devil that he is. They have not changed, right? You know what? Let me just play this video, because it went into some points here. Lord willing, I won't get a copyright. This is just for entertainment purposes. Lord willing, I won't get a copyright, because the video is like
$65
30
billion we gave
seconds.
to Ukraine. We could have built 6 border walls to stop illegal immigrants from pouring across our southern border. Could have fixed Flint's water system 215 times over. I like this one. Could have given every homeless vet $2 million.
Right, and they always talk about the military, the few, the proud, the Marines, da da da. They could have gave every homeless vet $5 million.
Could have given $50 million to every family impacted by the Maui wildfires.
The fires, $50 million. They gave him this one.
$700. They got
They gave him $700. They could have gave him 50 out of this $165 billion.
$700 each.
We gotta get our priorities
And have money left over.
straight, buddy.
According to HUD, they think it would take $20 billion to end homelessness in America. $20 billion. And what'd you say? We've sent 100 and how much?
165 billion.
So we could have ended homelessness 8 times over in America.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
outrageous. And they want to shut down the government, and they try scaring people into thinking.
All right, so like I'll leave this in the description also. I don't want to get this is an entertainment, but yeah, this country does not give a fuck about repairing. They're just war hungry, man. But they're all moved by the spirit of the Most High. The Most High wants them to do that, right? But I want to bring this scripture out because it proves a great point, right? The last days are supposed to be well, not the last days. The latter days are supposed to be peaceful. Now, this is going into when the Lord returns and delivers the elect. Once that happens, there's going to be total peace on the earth. Why? Because they're going to be the Israelites under Yahawashi, under Yahawashi Yahawashi, are going to be ruling now, and all nations are going to be in their rightful position under subjection, and the Israelites are going to be brought back into their land, right? And this is where it proves that the small hats, they can't be those people because that's what they claim to be. They claim their birthright is that land of Israel, right? Let me read this. I'll start at 1 of points in 3. This is Micah 4:1. It says, "But in the last days it shall come to pass that the mountain of the house of the Lord shall be established in the top of the mountains, and it shall be exalted above the hills, and people shall flow into it." Meaning, the house of the Lord, Israelites, are going to be that top mountain or that top government, and it shall be exalted above all other governments and people, right? And all people what shall flow onto it. Meaning, that's Isaiah 60, right? Meaning, all nations are going to serve their new leaders, right? Let's just call it what it is. They're going to serve. They're going to be under subjection in full servitude. Isaiah 14. "And many nations shall come and say, Come, let us go up to the mountain of the Lord, and to the house of the Most High of Jacob, and he will teach us of his ways, and we will walk in his paths. For the law shall go forth in Zion, and the word of the Most High from Jerusalem." So this is a situation where it's total rulership, and the people, the Israelites, all nations are going to say, let's go up to them and learn their ways. This is prophecy, right? So this doesn't make sense. If they claim that this is their birthright and it's biblical, where are the Lord's supposed to be here? All nations are supposed to go and learn the ways of learn the Sabbaths, learn the high holy days, learn the ways of Israel, right? Because it says the law shall what? Go forth of Zion, and the word of the Lord from Jerusalem, right? Here's a point. "And he shall judge among many people, and rebuke strong nations afar off, and they shall beat their swords into plowshares, and their spears into pruning hooks. Nation shall not lift up sword against nation, neither shall they learn war anymore." So if this is the case, why, if they claim to be these people, why is there bloodshed? I'll bring a point, right? Gamal Nasser, he was a general in Egypt. He said, quote, "These people left dark skin and returned white. I will never respect them, and there was war ever since in the Middle East." Okay, so the people in that area, they know that they're not the true. What they're claiming to be is false. Okay, they are not those people that they claim to be, right? And this is why it's been war ever since. And as you can see, you turn on the news, the Most High is I was at Isaiah 13. It says, "He mustereth the host of the battle." He's the one causing all this friction down there, because that's prophesied to happen. It's prophesied war shall nation shall rise up against nation, kingdom against kingdom. It's all prophetic. But I brought that, and like I said, I'll leave this in the description. But I brought that out to say this because this article, yeah, this is another article. This article, right, is showing that they're giving billions of dollars to military aid, right? When if they were about peace, if Esau was about peace, because they had plenty of time to quell their beef with Russia, right? Around the year 2000, when Putin came into office, he actually wanted to join NATO. But America saw that, listen, if they join NATO, Europe is not going to want to rely on us anymore, right? So how can what's the phrase I'm looking for? It was against their interests for Russia to join. I believe Bill Clinton was president at the time when Putin came in. It was against their interest for Russia to join NATO, right? So once that happened, Putin was quoted. He was like, okay, he sees that he's never going to join NATO, and it's always going to be beef between Putin, Russia, and the West. You see? So they had plenty of time to quell this so-called alleged beef, but they refused, right? So, like I said, that's pretty much it. I'll leave these articles in the description, Lord willing, you brothers and sisters were edified. Until the next show, shalawam.